Chris, start us off.
For either of the players, Medina had 23 points, tying a career high, second time in 3 games she's done that. Can you describe her development this year?
I mean, we all know Medina's a great player. We knew coming in that she was going to be a star, and I feel like she's finally coming into her true self. But again, she's dominant in the paint, defense and offense. I mean, it's hard to stop her. She's very mobile. I mean, she's just a great overall player, and you're seeing it.
In the front row.
Raven, for you, obviously, you know, as a point guard, like vision and seeing the court is a big thing for you. I'm curious if you could kind of explain to me what you see when you have, you know, a big like Joyce running the fast break. Like, what kind of a luxury is that for your team?
I love when Joyce run the floor. Honestly, it's like, we talk about this all the time. Like, Joyce, run the floor, you know I'm gonna hit you. And she runs the floor and she knows the ball is coming. So it's like poetry in motion.
Anything else for the student athletes? Your other side? Go Chris.
For Joyce again, you had 6 rebounds, 6 assists to go with 22 points. Can you just talk about your development as a passer and how you're seeing your teammates?
I mean, you just see the floor. I mean, I've been playing basketball for a long time. When you drive by somebody, you know somebody else is coming. When you know somebody else is coming, you see where they're coming from, you pass it. It's that simple. I just go out there and play basketball, and that's it.
Isabel.
Hi guys, this is for both of you. I'm Isabel Gonzalez, CBS Sports. So we talk about you two a lot and Tanaya Lawson, but I'm wondering if there's an underrated player that we should be talking about more from the team.
Tessa Johnson. I mean, like, she might don't get the shots that she want or hit the shots that she want, but I think she does things that we need for this team. Like, it's the little things. She's also a leader. Like, in the huddle, she say things that should be said. And Coach says this all the time. Like, Tessa does things that this team needs. So, Tessa Johnson.
I'll echo that. Tessa, I mean, you're seeing Medina coming into her true self. I feel like, to be honest, all our players bring value when they come in. They come in, they have huge impact minutes. Miriam with her rebounding, Adele with just her communication and leadership, Gania Isla just doing the intangibles. I mean, I feel like every player on that team can say, like, we can say that they're underrated, but yeah.
Is that it for student athletes? Thank you, ladies. Ladies. Questions for Coach Staley? Chris, I'm coming to you.
Actually, my first question was off topic. Do you mind?
No,
I'll circle
Somebody
back to
else.
you then.
We'll come back.
Kill it.
Coach
is scared now
too. I'll get you an on-topic one first to this rolling. Joyce and Medina have been such a great duo. Just how have you seen kind of their partnership start to flourish as the season goes on?
I mean, it's growing every day. And I mean, we knew that they had to build chemistry. Like, they didn't play with each other for a long time. Joyce was not with us over the summer, so they couldn't build that chemistry when the stakes weren't as high as they are today. And I mean, I think as coaches, we're real honest with our players. Like, they have to play well together. Like, her and Medina, Joyce and Medina have to play well together. Joyce and Tanaya have to play well together in order for us to reach our full potential as a team. We can't just think it's gonna magically happen. I think we have to be forceful and let them know, communicate that. Like, there are things that we're missing. There are things where we can get a little bit better. Like, we had somewhat of a semblance of a high-low look, something that we haven't had since we started doing it the last game. The games before that, there was no sense of high-low. And we're a high-low basketball team. Like, we involve our post players a lot to be decision makers. And a high-low pass is one of those decisions that we didn't get much out of the two of them. So we just start being calculating and making them do it. You know, with defense, without defense, and now we're starting to do it in the games.
Stay on this side. There you go. Oh, you did?
Oh, no, that's one over here. It's just right here.
Okay.
Tyler DeLuca, No Cat Space. Coach, we're just kind of see, as you kind of mentioned, the chemistry aspect. We see, again, Raven tonight being able to be impactful just across the board. But for her in particular, just on an individual basis, where have you seen her growth so far early on this season as she's continued to kind of grow in that leadership role as well?
Well, I mean, for Raven's 4 previous years that she was with us, she had a core group of players that, you know, she could just kind of fall under the radar and not be that person that, you know, that's on every day. She has to be on every day because she's our most senior guard that really understands what the needs are of our program. And she has to voice those things because our team is looking for her to do those things. So she's made a concerted effort to be more verbal. She's always one that led by example. She's always one that worked hard in practice. So she's putting all those things together.
In the back here, Coach.
Coach, going up against Carol Lawson, a defensive-minded coach, how were you guys able to kind of combat the pressure that her and her team was able to dial up against you guys?
Well, I thought they played a little bit different than their pressure defense today. I thought they gapped us a little bit more than they normally do. We were actually expecting, you know, to be denied on the wings, and yet they allowed us to catch it. You know, they went under ball screens, just gave us room, and we almost fell for the bait by taking just jump shot after jump shot after jump shot. I thought it just was a matter of time before we were able to just, you know, see what they were giving us and understand if you can get by somebody, go. If you can't, you know, kick it out and let's try to get ahead of the possession. So it was a little surprising to see that they didn't come out in their normal pressure defense fashion.
On this side, Talia.
Hey Coach, Talia Goodman on 3. Tanaya is obviously embracing a new role here than she's had in the past. It seems like she's kind of catching her stride in a lot of ways now. What's impressed you the most about her over the past month and her growth that you've seen?
Well, what's impressive is, you know, when you come in with the reputation of being our nation's leading scorer, you think about scoring. And when you don't score, you think about scoring. But she also knew that the reason why she was coming here, and she probably knew that there would be some times in which she'll score 20, 25, 30 points. Sometimes she'll score, 12 points. What was striking about Tanaya is she's handling those things, you know, outwardly instead of inwardly. Like we talk about, there are gonna be times when we're gonna need you to put the S on your chest and do Tanaya. There are gonna be times in which, you know, you get a big performance like we had with Medina and Joyce, that, you know, the S is still there. We just don't have to pull it out right now, okay? And just being able to handle that. And then we always go back to the why. Why did you choose to come here? You chose to come here because you want to put yourself in a better position to play with players who, and I don't want to say this because I don't want to seem like I'm demeaning Florida State by any means, but we're a little bit different in that we got a number of players who have played at the highest level in Final Fours and won national championships that when you're around them, it's just a different experience. So she's handled that quite well, and she's only going to grow. And I think she moved the needle as far as, you know, her moving up in the draft. Wherever they have her, she's moved up in the draft because just this short period she defends, right? She's working on her counters to the things that she does extremely well, and we're forcing her to do those things. So when you're in that situation and your team doesn't need you to score 30 points every night, you can work on some other aspects of your game, and she's doing that well.
On this side, Isabel.
Hi, Coach. So it's still November, so I'm just curious, what's the first stat you look at when you get the box score after a game? And also, is there like something you've learned about your team so far?
I look at turnovers, right? Then it probably jumps to points in the paint, right? And then the rebounding. I mean, I think those things all can win or lose you some basketball games. You know, you can win by shooting the ball well. You can win. I mean, if you're rebounding the basketball, right, and you're not turning the ball over, you put yourself in that position to do that. And what was your second question?
What have you learned about the team so far?
They're finding their stride and their identity, like and playing in a tournament like this, where you know you're gonna be challenged. You know, teams are gonna make adjustments. You got to figure out how you adjust in real time, and they're adjusting in real time. I wouldn't say better than I was anticipating, because I allow teams just to be who they are and then bring out the best in them. We just don't know, we didn't have any, we only had, 6 other games. Half of them are blowouts where you still wanna just work on being disciplined in what you need to do while improving. But when you play in big games like this, you kinda see the upward trajectory of where we can go.
All right, fair warning, if you're told we're going off topic now.
Alright.
Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. Good to see you back in Las Vegas. There's a proposal on the table for men's and women's college basketball to move the transfer portal, shorten it to 15 days, and to be after the Final Fours. Can I get your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's a good call. It's a good call. I mean, people know where they're going. It's an open market even when you're in the season. So people are making calls, people are making decisions for the next opening of the transfer portal today in real time. I mean, it's weird, but that's the world we live in. I would like it to be, since we've been in the Final Four the last couple of years, we haven't been able to just capitalize in it because we're playing so long into the season. We can't have them on campus during the times that people are having transfer portal ease on campus. And let's not waste anybody's time. You leave it open for 30 days, you're going to be having players on your campus for 30 days. And doesn't bode well with the budget and all the things that come with that.
All right, we'll close it out with Chris on topic.
You added Susan Walvis to your staff. How did that come about, and what is her role going to be?
Yeah, I think it's a great full circle moment for Susan. Susan left South Carolina 2008 when I came in, and Susan was kind enough over the years to, allow us to utilize her mentors. Like, she had a mentoring program that I thought was terrific, and with enough time between when she left and I came, and then I was at South Carolina for a few years, we asked her, would she mind us just kind of recycling her thought of having mentors. She was okay with that. And then Susan's a successful businesswoman who created a corporation from the ground up, that's still thriving in this space, in this climate. And we like that. In this climate, you have to be business minded. You have to think a little bit outside the box and be innovative and creating positions that will help in the NIL space, to help our players who are coming into a lot of money, that they need some direction. I think Susan was, the best person for the job, and she's gonna handle all of our NIL affairs, raise money, make sure we're giving our players financial literacy. If they wanna start businesses, she's the person with the most experience to help them along the way.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, everyone.